RetroPL from supertraining.tv. We're now sponsored by True Nutrition. I want to thank them for their support. Got Cara Weston here doing a max effort squat in full gear. That was around a 330-pound squat, and you notice she did a little bit of a dip there. A dip is a great move for those of you who have trouble getting depth. We're also working on this day on her stance, trying to figure out what's an optimal stance for her to get depth. She likes to go real wide with her stance, but that shortens the stroke and makes the squat feel a lot better because your range of motion is short, and a lot of times people are also cutting it high. When their hips lock up, they just come back up. And so we were working on bringing her stance in a little bit from where she's from what she's used to. And it still looks to me like on some of this video here that she could come in just a little bit more. Here's Robot with his huge traps. He's been doing a lot of shrugs and a lot of cleans, a lot of hang cleans, building up the traps. And here's Janet Lavelle back in action with us, crushing some big weights. Here she is again. This is 480 pounds right here. Not bad for a girl who missed a few weeks of training recently. Back in the gym. It's great to have her back and great to have her fired up again. Got Mr. Robot Pants doing some raw squatting to start his day off. Got Ryan Cove. Ryan did some good mornings before this, chain suspended good mornings. Did a couple sets raw. They did a couple sets of his briefs, and he wasn't getting out of the good morning what he was looking for, and so he decided to move on and come do a secondary barbell movement with the safety squat bar. Again, the safety squat bar sets you forward, helps build up the mid to upper back. Also helps save the shoulders. You don't have to have your arms contorted in a weird position like you do in a regular squat. Ryan's getting in some decent volume right there, getting in some reps. You can also see we're squatting onto a chunk of foam there. And the squat on a foam makes the lift more challenging in some ways. Think about getting up off your couch versus getting up off of a wooden chair. It's much easier to get up off the wooden chair because it's a harder surface, but the cushions of the couch make you sink into it and make you sit there for hours on end watching SpongeBob SquarePants at Sports Center. But a new thing that we're going to work on, we haven't talked about it a ton, but we really feel it's developing some strong squatters, is the next thing we're looking into is squatting into a thing of cream cheese, because we feel that would be soft and kind of sticky. And you know, if you can imagine a 14-inch block of cream cheese sitting there instead of that box, if you could squat onto that, and if you're able to come back up from that, you'll be able to come back from anything. Another thing we were also considering was peanut butter, but then I would think that you can't have peanut butter without jelly, and then we kind of all got into an argument about what type of jelly it would be. You know, would it be strawberry jam, or would it be blueberry, or, you know, or would it just be like regular grape jelly? And it just caused a huge fight. There's a lawsuit going on right now, and so with that still pending, I can't really talk much more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robot Pants. Mr. Robot Pants is getting big and fat, and his gear is tightening up on him, and that's part of the reason why he looks like he's going to die all the time. You can see Damon getting hung up at the bottom there, so we have him in the next couple squats work on a dip. When you do a dip, you want to just release a little bit, open up the hips, shove the knees out real hard, and just let your body fall a little bit, but you got to keep your chest up. Here's Chris going in his beautiful red suit, his Superman cape. And so here's a dip right here. Whoop, there we go. Damon's been making some huge progress in his squats. His form is much improved. Knees are coming out a lot better. He does a lot better with his knee wraps on because his knees tend to travel forward. So that's something we're going to have to continue to work on with him. And here he goes again. Now he's up over 500 pounds. Around 520 or so, and that's just a beautiful squat right there. And that's it from supertraining.tv.